All right, congratulations, guys, for going through the course and listening to me. Now you're at your capstone project. We are going to do the lab. Before that, I want to show you what the workflow looks like. This is the workflow that we are going to build, and this is the email classifier that we are going to build in Outlook. So what it's going to do is as soon as an email comes, we're going to classify that using message to model using OpenAI, and then we're going to route that into 4 categories. So, and based on that, it will do a certain step. So we need few emails to trigger this flow. Right now, this is waiting. This is a trigger node. As you see, it's waiting on message received. So we need to receive a message. In order to receive a message, we have created some dummy emails. These are dummy emails. The link will be down in the description of this video or in the LMS Skool community, wherever you're watching this. You can pick any of these emails for testing purposes. And this is where you need to copy those. You can add your own, doesn't matter. This is just for demo purposes. So we are going to send these 4 emails, and hopefully those 4 emails will get triggered. Over here we'll get them. So let's try that. Now let's go and check what's happening in this 4 nodes. This is our regular trigger when I execute a workflow. So we're going to choose that when we execute a workflow, what's happening. It's getting the rows from demo emails. If you see, this is our demo emails. It's going to get these 4 rows. This is the subject and this is the body it is going to use to mimic like somebody is sending the email. And we are going to use my Sandeep Gmail account to send these emails. All those 4 emails will be sent using my Gmail account. This is my Sandeep Gmail account. And we're just going to say that email type is text and the body and subject is technically coming from the Google Sheet. So let's try it out. When we execute the workflow, it's getting the 4 items and 4 emails are sent out. If we come over here, we have received these 4 emails that we sent from the Google node. Now, let's see what's going to happen with these 4 emails. They're going to get classified as either important. Let's go back. It's going to get us high priority, customer support, promotions, or financial billing. So let's execute first. There is a polling time. So even if the trigger is there, what happens is this trigger is polling the Microsoft server to see when it needs to fetch. It doesn't fetch it like all the time. There is a delay between, and that's why you can see sometimes it can get executed immediately, or sometimes it can take up to a minute based on how busy the Microsoft's Outlook servers are, or whichever email server that you guys are using. However, very soon we should see over here in the executions. Now, if you see, there is a workflow which is running. So 1 got executed, 2nd got executed. So we will see these emails vanishing as soon as these workflows are completing, and we'll go through one by one on what's happening with these workflows. So right now it's 7:10. 7:09 is when the first execution started. So I'm going to zoom in. This was the execution. So if you have to find out which got executed, so technically this was the one which we ran manually at 7:09, and then we're going to run this. So if you see, there are 4 check marks. All of these nodes have been run successfully, right? If you have to go through the logs, these are the logs. This is how you can debug. So the first thing that happened was we got 4 emails, and these are exactly the 4 emails with IDs, change keys. And if you go on the right hand side, we'll see the subject is speaker canceled last minute panic mode. So speaker cancel last minute panic mode. It's exactly the same emails that we got. Special discount, invoice needed. So if you go back, special discount, invoice needed, all are the same emails that got triggered. 4 emails. What happens next is we got the email classifier agent, and this email, if you go to the prompt based on the email subject, email body, we are telling it you are intelligent email classifier agent, classify based on the emails. We have given some examples, high priority customer support, promotions, financial billing, etc., etc. So that's how it got categorized. Then over here, based on we categorize the emails as high priority, customer priority, and we are just routing them over here. So this is a switch node, which we checked in the tutorials. We are just checking that if the classification is equal to high priority, right? The classification, this one is equal to high priority, then make this as high priority. So if you see, there are 4 priorities and it got prioritized accordingly. And then if it is a high priority, is moving to the high priority. Where it is moving is it's taking that ID or that email ID and it's moving it to the parent folder called as high priority. So let's go back and check whether we got something in the high priority. Yes, of course, we got that email. Speaker canceled this for the high priority. Go back to n8n. Let's see what was the next step. Next step, you can go from here, which is creating a draft, or you can go from here, or you can go from here. So it was moved to high priority, that got executed. Then creating a draft. What draft it created? It created a draft called as urgent backup plan needed for today's live Q&A. So let's go back and check our drafts. We should have a draft over here, urgent backup plan needed for today's live Q&A. So you can imagine how powerful it is that as soon as the email it got classified automatically. It got moved to a high priority folder, which is over here, and it also created a response draft of, and the draft says our schedule. This is something which we have told the agent what to write, and the agent prompt is going to be here on how it created. We are going to go through everything step by step, so don't worry about it. But this is the text which I manually inputted. You can even change it as per the agent. You can ask your agent to create it and then send it to the draft. The next step is create a draft. We are creating a draft and keeping it, and then also sending a notification, a high priority notification to my Telegram. So if I go to my Telegram, we should have received a message over there. So let it open. My Telegram is open. This is my bot, and if you see around 7:10, urgent, today's QA speaker banned last minute, right? If you see this, of course. So let me see if I can zoom in. I don't think so. Yeah, but this is what I'll zoom it in. You got 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 urgent customer requested something, a summary of a request, and then billing inquiry of the 4999. So alrighty, that's how it works. This is the demo. So to summarize it, what we did was we have a dummy emails. We have dummy emails, sample emails are over here. We copied them over here, and then using n8n, we use this flow to send out those 4 emails. Once those 4 emails were sent, our Outlook classifier, this is in production, so it's active, it's waiting for the emails. Emails came, it got classified, and it did the task that we told it to do, like creating a draft or directly sending a message back, directly sending an email back to the finance distribution list. So if you see, I should have gotten 2 emails or a few emails over here. So 1, 2, 3. These are, if you go back to n8n, 1, 2, and 1 was from the previous one. So if you see 7 or 10, after 7 or 10, we got 2 emails. So this and this, these are the 2 emails that we got. So don't worry about it. We're going to see everything in action step by step, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Thank you.